I was thinking about not placing in yesterday's NPC competition, and although I didn't expect to win or even place in the first place because of the short notice, I learned about it 4 days prior. I I still thought that I would stack up better than I did, but the main reason that I did this is because that I've found that through action taking, through risk taking, we gain the greatest lessons in life. And I certainly learned one on this day. So when I was backstage and I was prepping, I really had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what I was doing. So I started doing basically what everyone else was doing. I would like lift weights and use resistance bands, and I did a little, like a few things that were myself. I did a few handstands and a few tough yoga transitions. But for the most part, I was just lifting and using the resistance bands to get, those major muscle groups to pop out. And although I use these things, I use weights to gain size and to gain strength. My body is not as built for that because of all the yoga that I do. And that is what makes me unique. That's what makes me me. I'm not saying there's a right way or a wrong way, but that is what makes me me. And despite this, despite knowing my body so well and knowing myself so well, I did not think to practice yoga as my warm up. I didn't think that I can break out a really great sweat just by following my ujjayi breath, and I wouldn't have to get a glaze spray or whatever I got because everyone else was getting it, because that's what you do, right? You do what everyone else is doing and expect things to turn out okay. And sometimes they do. But there are instances in life, there are many instances in life, most in fact, that to be yourself is the greatest gift that you can give. It's the greatest way to express who you are, the completely unique individual that you are. And then when we don't, cat hair, and then when we don't get the results that we want, and we think in retrospect, gosh, I should have been myself. Or hopefully you do. Hopefully you've learned this lesson like I did on this day. And as I was posing, I did not follow my breath, so I was taking shallow chest breaths. And that just made me more nervous. It didn't let my sympathetic activity lower and my parasympathetic activity to rise. I didn't breathe. And as I was flexing just like everyone else, even though my body isn't like everyone else's. I know that when I move and flow in yoga, I'm flexing so many more muscle groups instead of just these major big like lats or pecs. When I follow my breath and when I move my breath, I move gracefully. And that's a skill that not many people have. But it's one that I have and I did not use it. This is an example of why you should let your own light shine. My gifts are mine, your gifts are yours. It's about sharing them, and I'm convinced that when we share our gifts in our own way, the world benefits. Those around you benefit. Those around them benefit. And it's this amazing cascading effect. Learn from your life. Win, lose, or draw, learn from your life.